What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Four Score Sports Super Bowl special. This week, I am joined with Caleb Morton.
What's up?
I know I went a different order this time. Colt Powell,
Threw me off.
Was good.
Devontae Keith,
Yeah.
and Mr. Kent Lake.
Oh.
Kent's going to be holding it down on Zach's behalf today. Don't think anyone's going to have a problem with that. You guys love Kent. You know, Bengals fan too. Super Bowl, huge day for him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's jump right into it. Super Bowl tomorrow. Bengals Rams. Been waiting on this for 2 weeks. What are y'all thinking? I mean, I'm pulling for the Bengals. Do I think they're going to win? Hopefully. Yes, they are going to win.
Wait, Kent.
Well, you know how I feel. The Bengals have been underdogs all playoffs.
All year.
Looked pretty good, especially on defense. Defense has really stepped up in the playoffs. Linebacking core, safeties have played really well, and especially obviously the story has been the D line. Be able to do it without Larry Ogunjobi. He's a big player that's been missing, but I think we get it done. Or at least I hope. I really, really hope. It would kind of suck if we didn't. But I'm going to go and I'm going to give my score prediction, even though maybe everyone else will or everyone else won't. But I'm going to go 31-28, which is kind of surprising because the Bengals have struggled really recently in the red zone. Mr. McPherson has kicked 11 field goals, 3 games, which is quite a few. But I think we turn it around, and I think we're probably going to try to throw where Jalen Ramsey is not, and I think we're going to be successful at doing that. So 31-28 Bengals. I think it comes down to a nail biter. Another Evan McPherson walk-off, 6-1 of the year.
That's what I was about to ask. Does it come down to the field goal? No, I like that. Offensive Rookie of the Year and Comeback Player of the Year. Somehow, Comeback Player of the Year.
Oh, my God.
It's a regular season award, bro, not a playoff award.
Yeah, go look at the stats. Go look at the stats in the regular season.
Go look.
Yes. Okay. Exclude Week 18 where Joe Burrow didn't play and Dak Prescott had 5 touchdowns against the Eagles. He got mauled by Tampa Bay.
Not
If you
his
exclude
fault.
Okay. Dak missed the game as well.
Okay, that's
Super
fine.
rush. I think it definitely would have gone to Dak if Joe Burrow didn't have 1,000 yards in the last 2 games.
Absolutely.
Or wasn't the coldest white boy of the year so far.
That too. I don't think they actually vote on regular season. I think it carries a little bit of weight, all the hype he's been getting. So
Oh no,
they both deserve it.
They voted on the last day of regular season. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, but another thing, Nick Bosa didn't get a single vote. Sorry, yeah. Okay. We can get to the awards here in a minute. Let's keep talking about the Super Bowl real quick, though. What are y'all thinking about the Super Bowl?
Last week I said I personally really don't care who wins because it seems like it'll be a good game regardless. I'd be happy for either team, but I more so want a Super Bowl for Matt Stafford. I want a Super Bowl for Odell. I definitely want a Super Bowl for Cam Akers. Like, I'm really surprised at his bounce back for the playoffs. I didn't expect it. Like, I thought he had a pretty bad injury, but he made it happen for the team.
Is Akers, is he not questionable this week?
He's playing. Henderson is back as well this week.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't think it changes as much, but I mean, that running back depth can help for sure. That's one thing I think if the Bengals had like more running back depth like they used to with, who was it? Jeremy Hill, Gio Bernard. Yeah. And it was probably like a sleeper person. Maybe it was Chris Evans. I don't know, but they don't have as much running back depth as they used to. So hopefully that's something they fix over the offseason. But either way, even though I want it for Matt Stafford, I expect a good game. I mean, it's going to be a good halftime show too, apparently. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty good game. But I got the Rams in this one.
The halftime show, actually has to be the best halftime show of all time, or it's going to be known as the biggest flop ever.
Yeah,
It's like,
was it last year that it was the weekend?
yeah,
Yes.
That was the weird camera and
yeah,
stuff.
and all the
Yeah.
mirrors. And
I
stuff.
had to cut it off. Like
I didn't like that one.
So I was like, yeah, this man is definitely high. So maybe I don't.
I like that meme. That's like Matt Stafford in the Super Bowl and Eminem performing. Like that's the closest Detroit's ever been to a Super Bowl.
Hey, Keith, I do like what you said about the running back depth, though, because it's true. We got two other pretty good backs, but neither of them run the ball. They're both pass catchers, so it really is tough because it puts everything on Joe Mixon to go out there and run because the other two just don't have that great of ability to.
But Cole, can he do it? Can Joe from the Bay do it? Can he carry the team on his back like his other Bay native, Marshawn Lynch? Can he do it?
I think. Oh, you said Colt. Sorry. I thought you said.
No,
Kent.
you good.
No,
Me and Kent were talking about it last weekend, and I told him it kind of like it happens more so in baseball than football, and really happens in the NCAA tournament where you kind of get like not necessarily a Cinderella team, because I don't want to say that the Bengals are a Cinderella team by any means, but at the start of the playoffs, I don't want to say that any analysts were necessarily picking them to win. But you kind of in baseball and really in the NCAA tournament, a team like kind of starts winning, and fans like that are common fans, not necessarily a fan of a team, kind of get behind that team and cheer for them to win it. So I feel like everybody that's not necessarily a Rams fan or a specific like Matthew Stafford or Odell fan like that is cheering for the Bengals to win. Everybody's been behind them lately. Fans from all different teams. I feel like I said, if you're not a Rams fan or a fan of a team in the AFC, AFC North, then I feel like you're cheering for the Bengals to win. So for that reason, I picked against them all playoffs with the exception of the Raiders game. I picked the Titans to win. I picked the Chiefs to win. I'm going to pick the Bengals to win just because it feels like there's something different with them. It feels like there's something like, I don't want to say magical and sound like a little kid, but it feels like there is something like special about their little run that's going on, kind of like an NCAA tournament run. Not necessarily like a 16 or a 15 seed, because the Bengals weren't trash going to the playoffs, but like I said, nobody was really picking them to win the Super Bowl.
Like a 6 seed.
Yeah, kind of on the main media stage, nobody was picking them. But with that being said, I am not cheering for the Bengals. You guys know where my loyalty lies with Odell Beckham Jr. I was also telling Ken, I didn't even think about it, but my favorite two wide receivers are playing in the Super Bowl against each other, so that should be interesting. I hope both of them go for $150. If you ask me, if both of them go for $150 at that point, I don't care who wins. But no, I mean, it just kind of pushes my agenda that it wasn't Odell's fault. And hopefully Odell gets a little bit of a bag this offseason. He can be a wide receiver one somewhere. I just want to see him succeed and do well. So seeing him get a ring would obviously be really cool. And this is going to be a legacy game for Aaron Donald, him coming back. So him against that Bengals offensive line, he's going to be hungry going to the Super Bowl and losing to Brady before. So we'll see what happens, but I'm actually going to roll with the Bengals just because there's something magical about them.
Kent, real quick, out of curiosity, Bengals are picking at 31 or 32. What position do you want them to take in the first round, or is it best available?
I want us to take the center out of Iowa, Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking offensive line in there. Yeah. Okay.
I want the same thing, Big Dog. I've been rolling with the Bengals for some weeks now. You know, I jumped on the bandwagon before everyone else did.
Check Twitter.
Check Twitter. Week 4, I double locked them against the Ravens. They blew them out. A bunch of things. Unlike Keith and Colt, I don't like anyone on the Rams. So you can call me a hater if you want. I'm taking the Bengals. I don't want Aaron Donald to win a ring. I don't want Stafford to win a ring. I don't want Odell to win a ring. I don't like none of them.
What about Ramsey?
Yeah.
Von Miller.
Win a ring either. He already won one.
He did.
I know.
I cheered for him
He was
in
MVP that year, right? Or
He was.
Yep.
yeah.
He was. But yeah, I have Bengals. McPherson with the walk-off. He's kicking 4 field goals. The walk-off's going to be from like 23 yards out. They're going to get way down there.
Bro, it's
game.
not going to be a walk-off because here's the thing. Joe Shiesty is going to rip like 5 touchdowns in the third quarter.
You know what I really want? I want to call game, Joe Stacey, play action, rolls out and then Gritty's into the end zone.
Gritty's
As the time runs out, that'd be the coldest shit ever.
Imagine.
And then after he Gritty's into the end zone, he finds Jalen Ramsey and just jumps over him. Just
looks at him, flips him off. Like, yeah. Imagine. So, guys, if you guys are listening to this, the Joe Burrow shirts are here. So if you have yours, please send us a picture. For you guys on YouTube, I'm actually got mine on. What if Burrow scored and literally ripped the fucking like icy pose or whatever the hell that's ice in my veins pose? Imagine he.
I don't
from D'Lo like that.
Hey, so I was about to bring that up. So him and D'Lo both obviously went to Ohio State. So he could. It is possible. Obviously, you can see right here, I'm a big-time Ohio State fan, maybe even more than I am a Bengals fan. That's my pure love and joy is Ohio State. I follow their recruiting every single year. That I can name just about every player on the freaking team. But those are my guys. It's possible. And I don't know if you guys saw Ohio State fans have been trying to claim Joe Burrow for multiple years. He went to LSU. I've never really been one to do that. I do appreciate and love Joe Burrow, but he didn't play. But he actually came out the other day and said, "I am a Buckeye forever." And that pissed a lot of people off. And there's stuff come out on Bleacher Report about Ed Orgeron talking about it. So a lot of LSU fans are pissed off right now at Joe Burrow because it just opened the gate for Ohio State fans to claim him. But I personally will not be claiming him. I mean, I love him, don't get me wrong, but I think I would rather claim someone who played like multiple games for us.
What about Russell Wilson, Kent?
I think he calls himself a pack of Badgers all the time. He Joe Burrow graduated from Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Like those guys, they even though they didn't play there, they did learn a lot there. And I think that's
what I'm saying. Russell Wilson graduated from NC State and played there 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I don't know. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, honestly. Like, if you really think it's that deep, then, like, go ahead. But, like, I don't think it's that big a deal. But anyways.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm going to rip Bengals in this game. 31-24. 31-24. Give me the Bengals. If the Rams win, honestly, I hate to say it, I think it's a blowout. Like a 31-17-14 type of game. I think the winner scores 31. And if you guys do know, you guys have known me, I am good at picking the score of Super Bowls. I am 2 for my last 2 in the last 2 years. I got the Chiefs and 49ers. And then, last year I got the winning team right because I thought that it was be closer. But then, Mahomes only, threw the ball sideways 3 inches off the ground 5 times in a row and hit his – okay, anyways. 31-24 Bengals, final score. But there's our Super Bowl picks, guys. If you guys have your Joe Burrow shirts, again, send us pictures. They win, wear them. And if they do win, if the Bengals win, even if they don't, if you guys want some shirts, they will go back up. So just let us know if you guys want that. Let's segue on over to the NBA. So obviously, trade deadline was this week. NBA, the All-Star teams got picked. Team LeBron, Team KD. Let's talk about the deadline first. So obviously, the big move everyone's thinking about is essentially the James Harden for Ben Simmons. So what are y'all thinking about that within the NBA realm? What does this do for the Nets? What does this do for the Sixers? What does this do to the East?
I think both teams definitely got better. Obviously, they weren't getting anything out of Ben Simmons in Philly. But I do think Philly got better overall. I think they got the better end of the trade personally because I'm a James Harden believer. And James Harden and Joel Embiid in the pick and roll is going to be disgusting. So
I think they're going to shoot a lot of foul shots. Because James Harden and Embiid they shoot more foul shot free throws than like anybody else in the league, right? They're both up there, right? Those games are going to be so slow, I think, just because drawing fouls, ISO ball for 20 seconds and then draw a foul. those games are going to take forever. But I do also think that both teams got better. The Nets new 2.5, not big 3, because Kyrie can't play home games. He's on reverse house arrest, kind of in a way. I think they got better. Ben Simmons was going to leave next year, anyways, right? Probably James Harden's probably going to leave.
He was.
So they both got something at least out of these deals. James Harden, he's back in Philly. We know he has some association with Philly, doesn't he? No, I thought that.
Not really. I mean, people were making jokes about the strip clubs in Philly, but honestly,
Mhm.
I think Philly's known for strip clubs. I mean, they got Philly cheesesteak, so if he puts his fat suit on, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, everybody got better, but personally, I believe on a chemistry end, I think the Sixers will get it together before the Nets will, just because I don't know. Like, it's something about Ben Simmons being like sort of ball dominant, and then even though Kyrie's like half and half, he's kind of ball dominant. And with Harden, and they traded away Seth Curry, so that kind of helps out on his scoring. But they kept Tyrese Maxey, and they did keep Matisse Thybulle, right?
Mhm.
So James Harden doesn't necessarily have to defend. Like, he can just do James Harden things, and it'll work out. Now, as far as playoffs, I think they'll probably have a better chance, but ultimately, I think we'll probably end up getting another meme out of it if the Sixers are in the playoff. Quote me on that. We'll get another meme out of it.
I guess I'll go next. I know a lot about NBA. I know a lot of players, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't watch it or anything. So I would honestly have to say, just from my standpoint, I think that the Nets actually won the trade. They had 3 guys who weren't getting along. They all do the same thing. They score. They're pure scorers, all 3 of them. And I think getting rid of one and bringing in a pure defender, maybe the best defender in the league, he's up there. I think that's really helpful for them. They got 2 first-round draft picks out of it, that's amazing, obviously, for them. But I think it helped them more. Although I really do I think like Caleb said, I think it benefited both teams pretty well. You mentioned Thybulle and Maxey; those guys are both young stars. Thybulle, you said the James Harden defense thing. Thybulle's lockdown, or at least But yeah, so. I do like both. I like the move for both teams, but this trade to me is actually I think this comes second to another trade, in my opinion. Yeah, not superstar potential in the trade. I'm talking like what it means for the franchise for each trade. That's me.
I guess I'll take it. I think that the Sixers won this trade, in my opinion. I think that the Nets really had all the leverage in the world to get, a guy like Maxey and a guy like Thybulle, one or the other. And then you have all the rumblings of James Harden saying he wanted to go out, and James Harden saying that he wanted to play in Philly, then him saying that he wouldn't accept this player option if he did stay, this, that, and the third. So then at that point, it kind of put them at the same point that Ben Simmons is at with Philadelphia, where neither of them wants to be there, so their value is obviously going to go lower. You get Drummond, you get Curry, and you get 2 second-round picks. 2 first-round picks, excuse me. Those first-round picks aren't going to be, lottery or anything. Those are going to be in the mid-20s. So you're not. Maybe you can get a guy that can be, a difference maker or whatever, but it's not like you're going to get a superstar or anything. The chances of getting a superstar are much lower. I'll say that. They also got Paul Millsap. I've always been kind of high on Paul Millsap. I think he's a solid role player. I think he does what needs to get done. Looking at it, like Keith said, kept Thybulle and Maxey. Thybulle's going to play defense. Harden doesn't really like to play defense. And I know there's more to basketball than just isolation and more than just the best players on the court winning. Obviously, there's offensive sets, there's freelances, there's plays and stuff like that. But at the end of the game, where your best player has the ball, like Caleb kind of said, I feel like just action between Embiid and Harden and putting both in a situation, that's going to be super hard to guard. Whether you hedge it, where you ice it, whether you switch it in general, I just feel like that's going to be super hard to guard. But you guys know I'm high on Ben Simmons, so him going to the Nets, all for him. The Nets do have Curry, Patty Mills, and Joe Harris now, so they have, I want to say, 3 of the top 10 shooters in the NBA. So I mean, and then KD is up there as well. So I mean, they've just got straps on top of straps. Like Keith said about Philadelphia choking, I will say from a talent perspective and what it looks like, I think I like Philadelphia out of the East right now. But I will say, Doc Rivers has been known to kind of mess up with talent that he's given. So I think that this team will go as far as Doc Rivers takes them. Because Doc, we've seen the teams that he's had in Los Angeles. Those teams with Josh Smith, JJ Redick, all of those guys, those teams were good enough to win. DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, all of them.
I love how the first people you mentioned from those Clippers teams were Josh Smith and JJ Redick.
Those are just the 2 people that come to mind. Yeah, I mean, they had a bunch of solid guys, and he could just never do anything with it. So we'll see what happens in the East. There's a lot of good teams in the East this year. A lot of good teams in the East. So we'll see what happens. But a team with Harden and Embiid, you can't really go wrong.
When was the last time Doc Rivers won? Was it with the Celtics in like what, 08?
It's the only time he's won.
That's the only time, yeah.
He blew a 3-1 lead.
3-1 lead.
I believe in the bubble they blew a 3-1.
They blew 3.
Yeah.
He's blown 3-3-1 leads, I believe. I know the Clippers did to the Spurs, I feel, back in like it was the first round, and like everyone was like mad as fuck because like those teams were both insanely good. They blew a 3-1 lead there. I know that the Clippers blew one to the Nuggets because the Nuggets came back from 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's probably another one somewhere.
Can we talk about how Ben Simmons told Joel Embiid, "It's up when I see you," via text? That was kind of funny to me because I would love to see how that plays out. For those of you that don't know, the story was that, like, you know how Joel Embiid is known to be a troll, even though I didn't know, but like now that I think about it, he is. Yeah. And like he was, telling Ben about himself, like telling him the truth. And Ben, being the person he is, couldn't take it, and he screened all of Joel Embiid's calls. And instead of like sending a voice message, he put a text message and said, "It's up when I see you." So let's see what happens with that Sixers Nets game. Oh, especially if it's a playoff game, that would be kind of nice.
They play coming up in March, in Philly, I believe.
Oh,
dang, that's March though, right?
They're gonna boo the shit out of Ben Simmons, man. That's gonna be terrible for him. Every time he plays there for the rest of his career, they're just gonna light into his ass, man.
As they should.
Isn't it crazy? Like these guys are bitching back and forth, and like they're like what, 26, 25, not even.
Mm-hmm.
Like these guys are only a few years older than me. Like that's just actually crazy to think of. Every guy that gets drafted in the NBA this year is going to be younger than me in the first round for the most part, except for maybe that one guy that averages 28 a game as a senior that goes at pick 30. But the other trade, big trade, Kings. So originally the Kings traded, it was Tyrese Halliburton. Who else?
Buddy Hield and Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, Buddy Hield. Yeah, those were the 2 big guys I was thinking. Bigger name. Sorry, Tristan Thompson, big name. Shout out Tristan Kardashian. So originally looking at this trade, they traded with the Pacers, and mainly they got Sabonis. They got who got
Justin Holiday and Jeremy Lamb.
Who got picks? Or nobody. Someone got
a second.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking. Okay, anyways.
I want to say it was the Kings got a second.
But originally looking at this trade, I kind of thought it would serve more as a win-win. That's just honestly because before I looked at all the advanced analytics, if you look, the best player on the Kings this season, if you look at purely cumulative stat like points, De'Aaron Fox has the most. But if you look at all the advanced analytics and stuff like that, their best player was Tyrese Halliburton. And then it wasn't De'Aaron Fox, it was Harrison Barnes. And then it was De'Aaron Fox. And I honestly didn't realize that when I originally said this was a win-win. And Halliburton is what, 20? He's a young guy. It's his
23.
Yeah, it's his second year in the league.
Yeah.
And he has been exactly what the Kings kind of needed, and the Kings obviously have had trouble drafting. Their last good draft pick was before De'Aaron Fox was,
De'Aaron.
and now they got rid of Halliburton. So that trade. Now looking at all those advanced analytics, Pacers absolutely fleeced them. I think Sabonis is good. Do not get me wrong. I believe in Sabonis. Sabonis is an all-star. He's one of the best players at his position in the league. Don't get me wrong. And I do think that he can bring a lot to that new team. Gives Fox, gives Barnes, gives all these other guys on the team a lot more space, a lot more, like they don't have to do as much because Sabonis is the most capable player on that team all around. I don't like that Halliburton is gone, though. He's young. He has the potential to be a top guard in the league one day. All-around solid player.
Yeah, this was the trade that I was talking about that, in my opinion, meant the most to the franchise. You are the Sacramento Kings. You are a poverty franchise. You've not been good, correct me if I'm wrong, in a very long time. And you gave up a player that wanted to be there. That just doesn't make sense. That'd be like the Bengals giving up Joe Burrow or something like that. A player that wants to be on a terrible team and see that team rebuilt. That doesn't make any sense.
And he's young as shit too.
Yes, he's 22, 23, something like that. So that doesn't make any sense. I think the last time that we saw this was the DeRozan trade, I believe, right? Where he wanted to be in
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. He got traded to the Spurs, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it ended up working out for Toronto, but because they obviously got a chip. But I don't know. That just doesn't. I hate when teams do that. I know it's a business, but
Isaiah Thomas in Boston.
That's yes.
They did him dirty.
They did him very dirty. Harrison Barnes, when he was in Dallas, they traded him They pulled him out of the game. You all remember that in like the second quarter because he got traded mid-game. Like that's fucked, man.
I could be wrong, but Brooklyn with D'Lo, yeah.
But D'Lo had an option, so D'Lo was going to get a bag anyway. So they just did a sign and trade for that, so that they would get something back.
Yeah, because I know they moved him to Golden State, but I didn't know if it was because he wanted to go or didn't want to go. But yeah,
he was going to get a bag either way, and Brooklyn just simply couldn't afford it. So
yeah. All right, yeah, but that's what I wanted to say about that. I do love Sabonis. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I think that they made a mistake trading away Halliburton, but yeah.
It was other trades going on, like CJ McCollum went to the Pelicans, and then my Wizards made random movements that nobody really cared about. One of them, like Bradley Beal is on season-ending surgery. Personally, I think he did that shit on purpose because he knew he was hurt and just wanted to play. Remember when the Wizards went on that run? Then they started sucking, and he was like, well, I guess I'll get my surgery. Past that, I saw recently how Trez Harrell just said that this is the first time he had fun playing with a team. And I was like, damn, because for one, I'm thinking like I've seen this man play since high school, like North Edgecombe days. And I was like, damn, I would feel slighted if I was a teammate. But past that, they gave away him, my boy, Davis Bertans. And I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of the season. But as far as with the Mavs, Davis Bertans is with the Mavs now. I think they gave up somebody. I can't remember. But I'm trying to figure out how it's going to work out with him and Maxi Kleber. Oh, Wizards got Crip stops. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
2K, but yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out for them, but I'm pretty sure it'll work out way better than what the Wizards have. So good luck to them. Good luck to CJ too. Like he can finally lead a team, quote unquote. But yeah, I think it's a good look for him. Yeah.
He's gross.
He's number 3 on that team, bro. When they're all healthy. Where do you think? He went to New Orleans, yeah?
Yeah.
Zion, Ingram. When they're all
healthy. Worry about fat ass Zion.
What?
Yeah, I think McCollum's got a better role than Zion. I think Ingram is number 1.
I mean, you can put Devontae Graham and Brandon Ingram, but you didn't have to say Zion. Now you tripping.
No.
That is a good team, though. I do like that team.
I think Zion is a lot better than y'all are giving him credit. When he's healthy, obviously.
I'm not even going to touch on it. I think it's easy to say that he's this and that because he hasn't played in so long, but I'm not even going to touch on that. I'm just wait till Zion gets back on the court and let Zion speak for itself. But
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, just going back to when Zion did play, I thought Zion should have got Rookie of the Year over John Morant. The only reason that Zion Williamson did not get that award, and you can go look at the stats, go look at every single stat. The only reason he did not get that award is because of the amount of games that he played. That is the only reason he did not get the award. That's the only reason he didn't get the award.
He missed like the first third of the season, right?
He missed like the first third of the season. He did. So I'm saying if you go look at the stats, you can go look at the Rookie of the Year stats. You can go look at the winning impacts. You can go look at any of that. Advanced, not advanced, dumbed down, statistic, box score. I don't give a damn. Look at John Morant to Zion.
Played in 24 games out of 82.
He didn't play. That's the only reason.
He missed like 2/3.
He only played. He
played in a quarter of the he played in a quarter of the season, bro.
But
I mean, best of luck to him, but like I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, granted, I mean the space is there for him now that I don't know what's gonna happen to Jackson. He might just go to jail, but like, I mean, there's open space for him whenever he comes back and it's healthy. But like until that point, I'm gonna roast his ass until that point.
He just has to stay on the court. Like
he's good when he's on the court.
Stay on the court.
Like he averaged 27
all that weight.
Yeah.
You walk around 315 playing in the NBA, you can't do that.
But I was also my initial reaction to the Tyrese trade was the same that it is now. I don't know what Sacramento is doing. I still don't know what they're doing. Tyrese Halliburton is the third best player to come out of the draft class last year. Last year, he was the third best player. He still is the third best player from that class. If you look at it right now, he's still the third best player behind Ant and LaMelo. But the trade that I actually liked the most was those two obviously were important. The Cavs are good again. The Cavs are 15 games above 500, and they got Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert he's a bucket. I mean, Karis LeVert, he's very good. They traded Rubio, who was done for the year, just to clear roster space, and then a first-round pick, and that first-round pick is not going to be good with how Cleveland is looking right now. I mean, and that's what I'm saying about Philadelphia. You've got Chicago looks really good, really good. Minnesota lost a tough one to them last night because Chicago shot 21 for 23 in the fourth quarter. I mean, you can't really do anything about that. Chicago looks really good. Philadelphia looks good. Brooklyn is going to be there with Kyrie and KD. Philadelphia, Boston's going to be, even though Boston doesn't look that good right now, I don't think that anybody really wants to see Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in the first round, just how they can score the basketball. So I'm saying there's in the Bucks. I didn't even say the Bucks. There's just a lot of good teams. The Raptors look good in the East. Somebody's going to get a tough draw. And I don't really think anyone really wants to see that Cleveland team in the first round. You guys know how I feel about Darius Garland. I think he's the most underrated point guard in the league, him and DeJounte Murray. I just think what he's done for them to help them win games is just unmatched. Darius Garland is a bucket out of Vanderbilt. I like him a lot.
Glad he's an all-star this year.
I'm glad
maybe not so underrated anymore now that they're both all-stars.
That is correct. This is true. I thought DeJounte Murray should have got in without the replacement, though. I'll say
Absolutely.
that. I can't. I think that he deserved it before the replacement.
Can we talk about that? Can I go over the teams real quick?
Yeah.
So obviously teams got picked on Wednesday night or something like that.
Thursday night.
Team LeBron versus Team KD. Team LeBron starters are going to be Giannis, Steph, DeRozan, which I'm proud of him this year. I'm a DeRozan believer. LeBron obviously and Jokic. And then the reserves, you got Jimmy Butler, Luka, Darius Garland, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, and Fred VanVleet.
That's a pretty good team.
That's a fucking insane team. Now listen to this. Team KD is
horrible.
KD, well, he's not playing. He's injured. So the starters are going to be Trae Young, Joel Embiid, John Morant, Jason Tatum, and Andrew Wiggins. Reserves, LaMelo Ball.
Fun to watch.
LaMelo Ball, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, DeJounte Murray, and Karl Anthony Towns, with Draymond Green, who injured. So that team, the Team LeBron, you've got, and if you guys saw the TikTok that NBA posted, LeBron's like, yeah, we've got the hometown kid, you kind of got two because it's in Cleveland, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Got Garland in his first one, he made it. they're gonna love LeBron in Cleveland. They just are at the All-Star game. Then you have former champions and Steph, LeBron, Fred Van Vliet. Yeah. You got MVPs, Jokic, LeBron, Steph, Giannis, Harden. Like, dude, it goes on and on. You got the international guys to have the support. And
I feel like every year it's not a surprise now. LeBron's team is always better than whoever he's going against. I don't know if that's just the other guys trying to lose on purpose, but it looks like it. I feel like LeBron's team is always better every single year.
You know, the other thing that I will say is I think we're not taking into account. You look at KD's team. His team is a lot younger. It's guys maybe that making their first All-Star games. So they go a little bit harder. They play a little harder, knowing that people are watching them in particular. So maybe KD did take the smarter route because you got all of
he's
LeBron's
got good
guys.
defenders too. He's got better defenders.
They're not playing defense
Been there and done that. You know,
They might.
And maybe
Hey, Bear might, like, that's all he can do. But we talking about Darius Garland earlier. I appreciate him too. But I saw something like I definitely appreciate veteran presence. I forgot Rajon Rondo is on the Cavs now, and I'm noticing like the different teams with a veteran presence, they are kind of head over heels than the other teams. So like with the Suns were trash, and they put CP3 over there, and his 5'10" ass is just bullying
The Thunder.
everybody.
Thunder too a few years ago.
The Thunder, he was on the Thunder. The Thunder were actually good. You notice how the Thunder have guys like they're all 23 years old. They don't know what's going on. But then Rajon, he told me, well, he didn't tell me, I don't know. But Darius Garland was saying how Rajon was the first person to ever like
Yo,
watch
Rondo,
film.
what's up, boy?
Rajon Rondo was the first person to watch film with him. And I'm thinking like that's actually kind of insane because it's like, damn, dude. Y'all don't care about winning at all. Like y'all just getting a check in a free year or something. So that's something to look out for. But I think he'll do pretty well. And I don't know, he might be the sleeper person in the All-Star game. Because nobody expected him there.
I am personally within this game so excited to watch DeRozan go against Levine because both of those guys are having insane seasons. I think everyone kind of expected the Bulls to be good, but not as good as they've been. They expected DeRozan to be better. They expected Levine to maybe just stay the same, if not get worse, just because, you know, you got DeRozan taking shots now. You got Lonzo handling the ball a lot more. No, the Bulls are fucking insane. Kobe White's back. He's looked pretty good lately, as of late, the last couple games.
Who's the rookie that they got? What's his name?
Ayo Dosunmu.
Thank you. It's the Illinois guy.
Yep.
Yeah, he was gross, dude. I remember he killed Ohio State a couple times.
He's nasty. He's nasty for sure.
But yeah.
I didn't expect him to be good either. I thought that Illinois run was a fluke, but he's been doing pretty well.
I'll say what Kent said is a very valid point and was kind of what I was going to say. I think if you look at it from a straight talent perspective, I don't think that anybody's going to argue that LeBron doesn't have the better team. But if you look at it, Curry in the last couple All-Stars, if you look at it, he's the greatest point guard of all time, in my opinion. But he's going to go out there and he's going to bullshit. He's just going to shoot half-court threes, and a couple of them will drop, but the other 9 of them aren't going to drop. The one thing LeBron has going for him, Giannis is a certified try-hard. He is going to go out there and try to drop 50, like no bullshit.
Every year, bro.
But I mean,
LeBron even said that.
If you look at Team KD's team, I guarantee you Ja tries hard. I guarantee you, like a guy like Ja Morant, he's going to try hard. Trae Young, he might shoot a couple of half-court threes, but I guarantee you he tries hard. Wiggins would be the guy with all of these people saying he didn't deserve it, this, that, and the third, that he's going to go out there and he's going to try to prove a point. He's going to go out there and drop 30. But
He's
I
gonna
think
do some cool shit too on that team.
I think because of that, this is tough because obviously I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm gonna have to cheer for Team KD because Levine, Towns, and Wiggins, my Timberwolves, are all on the same team reunited.
I didn't even think about that.
The other thing that I kind of want to look for. Ryan
Wants him to
said
fuck up
DeRozan
Jimmy
against
Butler.
Levine. It's not only DeRozan against Levine. KD has Booker and LeBron has Chris Paul. So those are 2 teammates going at it. KD has Gobert, and then LeBron has Donovan Mitchell, and those two have been arguing behind closed doors for a while now. So we'll see what happens there. Jimmy Butler's on Team LeBron, and then Cat is with KD, and we all know how that went down in Minnesota.
Wait, did you see Middleton and Giannis? I don't know if you said that.
Middleton and Giannis are on opposite teams. So I think that I don't know if they did it on purpose, but it feels like none of these guys played on the same team. It's a way different. So it'll be interesting. But I think that if you look at Team LeBron's team, other than a guy like Giannis compared to a guy like Team KD's team, as far as like people that are going out there to try hard, LaMelo's going to try hard. Wiggins is going to try hard. Ja's going to try hard. Rudy Gobert is a certified try hard in the All-Star game. He's out there trying to literally block every shot when people are getting like wide open dunks and getting showtimey. He'll go out there and try to block one, but we'll see what happens. Team LeBron has kind of shit on KD the past couple of years, which is good to see, but I'm going to roll Team KD this year, actually.
Also, Wiggins versus Steph. And I don't know if you said that. And then even Embiid versus Harden. That could be interesting.
I'm excited to see James Harden out there.
Yeah, I think James Harden might try to win MVP. I hope it's competitive. And I really like the whole Kobe Bryant rule they have, the cumulative score at 24. I think that's great because you do get to see these all-stars actually fucking play defense and try. And like they even said last year, like it got really competitive. Because, they said it looked like playoff basketball out there. Because, these guys want to win. There's some pride. And now that they know that there's a target score to hit, and there's no time, they're going to try as hard as they can.
Do y'all think Cat and Jimmy Butler are going to have a couple words?
No.
I
think Cat, if you guys didn't know, Cat live streams on Twitch. And he'll like just watch like game footage and kind of break down film and react to videos. I don't know if you guys seen it, but he said that he'll always have love and respect for Jimmy Butler. He said that he got them to the playoffs. They won games with him. So for that, he'll always love them. Shit that went down, like it's just childish stuff. So for that, he'll always love Jimmy Butler and he'll always be a brother to him, even with all the shit that went down. So I feel like Cat's kind of being mature and being the not necessarily the bigger man, but just putting the past in the past and looking towards the future. So that's kind of good to see. So I don't think that that'll really play a big role in my opinion.
Me and Caleb would never.
Ever in my life. After you got disrespected the way Jimmy Butler did all of them. Never in my life.
Low key though, but if somebody takes a squad of third stringers and beats the starters, like what do you even say to him? Like
nothing ever.
And he's got the fucking you guys know the whole MVP vote thing I always bring up for the Timberwolves. Jimmy Butler is a top 5 Timberwolves player of all time. Cannot change my mind. As of right this second in time, he is.
He's not.
But I'm excited for the All-Star game, dude. Do we know who's in the skills competitions yet?
Yeah, the skills competition, they're doing it in teams of 3 this year. So it'll be teams. The first team is it is the skills competition. It is because they have the 3 Giannis brothers are playing together in the skills competition. And then it's Team Cavs. It's Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and Darius Garland. And then it's the rookies where it's Josh Giddey, Scotty Barnes, and I don't think it's JG. I forget who the other rookie is, but it's one more rookie playing with them.
No, that's on me. I know that the skill, like the dribbling and then the shooting, passing, that is the skills. I meant more so 3-point contest. I feel like I can't remember.
Yeah, they've announced Patty Mills. I think Levine's doing it. I know that Karl Anthony Towns is doing it. There's no. You said what?
Is Buddy Hield back?
Hold on. I don't know if Buddy Hield is doing it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Steph and Clay, I would love to see in it, but is Clay?
They have Desmond Bain from Memphis, CJ McCollum, Fred VanVleet, Trae Young, Patty Mills, Luke Kennard, Zach LaVine, and Karl Anthony Towns.
It feels like a lot, but I guess it does start out with a lot before they go down.
Because it's only
goes
I was
down
reading
quick.
comments on like the Twitter post. Obviously, there's no Clay or Steph, so people are upset. And I don't know if people are just kind of used to it being like a guard-centric contest. People are really upset that Cat made it. But I mean, you can check the stats. Karl Anthony Towns is a 42% 3-point shooter. So I think that he's earned that right just as much as some of the other guys, considering he has a better 3-point percentage than some of those guys. So I hope he goes out there and he shows people that he is one of the best shooters in the league. And he deserves to be out there.
Oh yeah. No, I know I remember there was one point where I wasn't necessarily sure how efficient or good of a shooter or scorer Cat was, and I remember Colt put up a bunch of stats. He's over 50% from the field, and granted he is a big man, but still that's what you should be doing. And then shooting 40%, that is so valuable to so valuable. Shout out Cat. I'll give you that, Colt.
And then in the other contests, you've got Juan Toscado, Anderson, Obi Toppin, Cole Anthony, and Jalen Green in the 3-point contest.
Give me Cole.
Give me Jalen Green. That I think that he's going to run away with that and
You mean
see
the
some
dunk
shit that we
contest?
haven't seen in a
Whoa.
while.
Say that again,
It's
Cole.
dunk contest.
3-point. This is the dunk contest, right?
Jalen Green, Cole Anthony, Obi Toppin, and Juancho Toscado Anderson.
For real?
So this is the dunk contest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you said the 3-point. I was like, what?
Yeah,
My
you
fault. I
did.
meant the dunk
I was
contest.
like,
Give me Cole Anthony by a mile. Ryan, you can't claim him.
I don't know. I'm with Cole. Cole.
You can't claim him.
No, I'm with Jalen. I think I don't know. I feel like he has like a lot of anger built from this season because things are getting weird with the freaking Rockets. So that's like he might be like, you know what? I'm gonna take all my anger out and show these people why I should be on their team by dunking a lot with my hair flowing and shit. So
There we go.
When is TJ Warren going to be in one of these competitions?
Never.
I
Never.
know. Yeah.
he'll get to the
Well-
3-point today.
Doubt it. Terquavion Smith one day. Baby T.
Yeah.
T.
Yeah, you must be talking about Sebron, not Terquavion.
Sebron?
Sebron's gross.
Sebron's
He's
gross.
gonna leave.
Okay, Colt. Who do you think is going to be better? Who would be better in the NBA, Sebron or Terquavion?
I think that Terquavion's game translates more to the NBA just because
He can shoot.
He's
can't
gonna
really
be,
do
dude. He's projected to be a first-round pick.
he is going to be a first-round pick. And I was getting to that, but I'm saying I don't know how successful you're going to be in the NBA if you cannot shoot the basketball. And when you're shooting minus 20% in the college level and people are leaving you wide open, I don't really know how that's going to translate. But I mean, there's always a need for a guy who's 6'10" with a very long wingspan who can handle the ball and play defense. So there's always need for guys like that in the NBA. But I feel like just the way that Terquavion Smith plays that's going to transfer really well to the league as well. So I mean, I don't know.
They're both good. They're both really good for NC
I hope they're
State.
both successful, right?
Yeah,
Who is shooting 20%?
Sebron.
I'm pretty sure that Darion Sebron is shooting about 20% from three.
Yeah, he's only shot like probably less than 10 threes this year, honestly, or close to it. He definitely doesn't have like
I'm sorry. I do apologize. He is shooting 25%. 25%. I do apologize. He's shooting 25%.
All right.
What's he shooting from the field?
51.
Wow.
Yeah, he's great at driving. He drives right all the time. He's strong. He can get the ball up, hold it away from the defenders, protects it. That's what I'm trying to say. Sebron is very good at finishing in contact. I'll give him that. And nobody can take that away from him. He's one of the best finishers in the nation, I think, against contact. But no, I like Terquavion. Yeah, anyways, shout out to the NC State women's team. Close game. Great play for K-Game against Georgia Tech. Beat them by a fuck ton. They were number 10 in the nation. And then a tough game against Boston College a few days later. Went to OT. Gotta stop with the slow starts. That's the biggest thing. If they can start getting a lead in the first quarter earlier instead of at the end of the second quarter, obviously that's going to make them so much more successful and even more dangerous than they already are. Again, led by the same starting lineup that went to ACC championship, the same 6-man. You got 2 girls off the bench that were best player or best freshman in their conference last year. Women's team, they're going to be all right. They're good. Shout out to them. But yeah, that's all I've got.
Are we doing awards or?
Let's do that after the Super Bowl because then we can throw Super Bowl MVP, all that stuff in there as well.
All right, straight up. I did want to read like 2 or 3 of these that I found the most.
Yeah.
So these are player specials for the Super Bowl. Colt, I wrote this one down for you and I. You're obviously the bigger Timberwolves fan. I became a fan like 2 years ago, but I wanted to write this one down for you. So Joe, this is who which number will be greater? Joe Burrow pass attempts in the game, or Karl Anthony Towns points and rebounds in the Timberwolves game. I guess it'll be played on the same night.
Yeah, they play the Pacers. They play the Pacers tomorrow.
So
points and rebounds.
They're both negative 115 on odds. It's points and rebounds. What's your pick, Colt?
I think I'm going to roll with Joe Burrow's pass attempts, actually. I think I'm going to roll with his pass attempts, actually, because I think Karl Anthony Towns averages 25 and 10, so that'd be 35. Do you think he throws the ball more than 35 times?
Dude,
I would say yes. He might. I think he said
yes.
I was literally sitting here in my head thinking, like, okay, how many is Burrow going to do? Because I think 35 or more, I'm going with Burrow, and I think he's going to do that. I was sitting here, and then you said 25 and 10 from Cat. Cat, give us a 24 and 10 game. I'm cool with that. 24 and 10 works.
But
Burrow.
What if this is one of the games where they shut down the pass and then like they just have to rely on the run game, and for some reason Joe Mixon just
shut down the pass.
You don't do very
what if Cat has what if Cat goes 4 of 15 from the field?
I don't know how well we're going to be able to establish the run game with the
front line
Rams defense, but yeah. All right, so the next one I have is, and I don't really care who answers this one, but it is Cooper Kupp receiving yards or Atlanta Hawks total points.
Total points,
Atlanta,
100%.
Atlanta.
Total points. I'm rolling with the total points.
I'm going Cooper Kupp. I think he goes for like $130.
He's not
That's
getting 100.
a lot of points.
He's not getting 100.
Now,
I feel like Odell's going to get more receiving yards because Eli Apple said he wanted him personally.
Exactly.
I would have seen that.
Hey, I love Eli Apple to death, but he's a freaking goofball, man. He's a freaking goofball.
I mean, but that was his one-on-one matchup during practice back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he knows some.
He's played well this season.
No,
I've got a question. I've got one. This is kind of for Kent. So the first touchdown in the Super Bowl. So Adesanya has a 5-round championship fight tonight. Yes.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that.
I know. But so Adesanya has a 5-round championship fight against Robert Whitaker. That's his name. No.
Yes.
Yeah. So what happens first? So obviously it could go 5 minutes round. So that's 25 total minutes. The first touchdown in the Super Bowl or the decision of the fight. So as in, like, if Adesanya knocks him out.
First touchdown in the Super Bowl. 100%. Adesanya might take this the full 5 rounds. That's what he does. He'll piece you apart. He's
not a quick knockout kind of guy.
But at the same time, it only takes one punch. Takes is
but that's not his game.
Kick to the
that's not his game.
So, and I'll go really quick on the UFC, Colt. I know you know a little bit as well, but so just a little bit of backstory. Robert Whitaker, the guy he's fighting, Adesanya took the belt from him in 2019. That's because Whitaker's the former champion, and then Adesanya beat him. He has 3 title defenses since then, won obviously all of them. And then the next fight, that's the most exciting. You guys got to watch that one. That's going to be the heavyweight bout between Tai Tuivasa, the young guy who shotguns the beers out of the shoe. And then the Derek Lewis guy, the My Balls is Hot guy, who has the most knockouts in UFC history. And then the third fight it's a very good fight. It's not it's 2 Americans. It's Brunson and I cannot pronounce his last name. But anyways, that's like the number 4 and 6. Whoever wins there will likely next fight the winner of the Adesanya Whitaker one, which likely will be Adesanya.
What is the order on what the absolute main event is? Adesanya, yes.
It's Adesanya.
Yes.
Yeah, and
then the second one is Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
Tai Tuivasa, and then it's Cornier, and then Brunson is the third fight, and then the fourth one is Hernandez, and I don't know. The fourth and fifth aren't like super meaningful to rankings, but they're obviously still good. They're going to be good fights.
Right.
The top three are the big ones, but I'm going to go ahead and make my calls. Give me Adesanya, give me Derek Lewis, and give me Brunson.
Those are my exact 3 picks. I was just gonna say I really like Brunson. I think if Adesanya wins and there's not that rematch clause, then Brunson, if he wins, then he'll get the next shot at Adesanya, and that'll be a good fight. Adesanya, like Kent said, it's not one. I mean, does he have power? Yes, but it's not. He's gonna try to go for the home run punch right away. We're not talking about Francis Ngannou here or Stipe here. These aren't big heavyweights that we're trying to land one punch in this thing. Adesanya's going to work you down. He's going to kick you in the calf. He's going to kick you in the head. He's going to kick you in the stomach. He's going to throw punches. He's going to throw jabs. It should be a good fight. But Anderson Silva, he knew he was good when he beat Silva. And so I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was honestly so cool. When they after he beat him, he kind of went up to Adesanya, hugged him, was like, "I pass the baton on to you. This is your division now. You're the man in the UFC. I'm passing the baton to you." And you could see Adesanya crying, and he held Silva's arm up, even though that Adesanya beat him. So that was really cool. I forgot who posted it. It might have been UFC or something. And then I think I saw it when Adesanya reposted it. I saw it on his story. So that was really cool to see. But I've got Adesanya, I've got Lewis, and I've got Brunson, just like him.
Yeah. Now, if you do want to see a knockout, watch Lewis and Tuivasa.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a knockout. But I wanted to go over my last, and no one has to answer this. I don't want to get political, but I thought this was freaking hilarious on Bovada. Tyler Boyd, which is great here still. Tyler Boyd's receiving yards or Biden's approval rating when it comes out on March 1st.
Boyd
Bovada has that on line. Is that not insane?
So,
that's a good bet. It could be either one.
Biden's approval rating is actually at plus odds.
you
So
said Tyler Boyd?
Tyler Boyd, that's terrible.
Bro. The American people are not happy. That's all I'm going to say. And I think he gets more than like 35, 40 yards.
Well, that's all. I have a couple more, but that's the ones. Those were the three I really wanted to talk about.
Should
but
Joe Biden go on the thumbnail?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I think so. If you guys see Joe Biden, this is why. You guys heard us discuss it right here at the very end of this episode. We have been keeping y'all for about an hour, so we do want to hop on out of here. We got stuff to do. We got shirts to give people.
Yes.
Bengals win. Let us know. Give you guys some more shirts. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. Go Bengals. Thank you guys if you did buy a shirt. Follow our socials. Zach's not here, but he does love you guys a lot. But Zach will be here next time. Everything's cool there. So, yeah.
Also, Gatorade color is orange. Bye-bye.
I thought that the Gatorade color was yellow, and I watched a 3-minute TikTok of why the background evidence points to it being white. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you now. That
I've seen white.
I saw that.
It is not going to be white. I'll tell you that much. Odell, give me $150. Go Wolves. Didn't make a move at the deadline. That sucks. But go Wolves. Go Cowboys. Same shit.
Neither Odell or Cooper Kupp's going for 100 yards. Bengals are winning. Gatorade's orange. Joe Burrow MVP.
Yeah, it's still no more playing GA. So Matt Stafford showing what they've been missing out on. Besides that, love you guys still. Hit us up when you see a shirt and you want a shirt. Let us know so you can get a shirt. Show them the shirt. Boom, there it is. Get you a shirt. Get you one that comes in gray, white, black. But
hell yeah.
But just know, these are special. These are special shirts, and only special people can get them. So if you're that special someone, come let us know. Come get one. Yes.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you guys in the next one.